Hello everyone, I am Lucie Michel and I'm going to present our study about the interspecific perception of the juvenile cuckoo plumage. So the common cuckoo is one of the most famous brood parasites, which means it will use the host's parental care to raise its chicks. To do so, it developed a mimicry of one of the host predator, the sparrowhawk, to make them go away so that they can lay their eggs more easily. However, in some regions, the hosts have started to distinguish cuckoos and hawks and react to them differently. I would also like to talk about the Kindchenschema concept. It is a theory developed by Konrad Lorenz stating that young mammals display some characteristics that elicit parental care. Basically, we find babies cute and want to take care of them. It's been demonstrated that the more species will need parental care, the more we will see this theory in action. Besides, it's also been shown to work between different species, like between humans and birds, but it's never been studied within birds per se. However, it's been reported that some non-host species will sometimes stop to feed baby cuckoos as they pass by. So we can suppose that cuckoos could benefit from following this theory. Indeed, they are altricial and need to appeal to other species to receive the parental care their parents won't give them. So we wondered, is the adult common cuckoo still perceived as a hawk, so a threat by its non-host sympatric species, here in our experiment in southern Finland? And is the juvenile common cuckoo perceived differently from the adult? So is it, for example, more attractive or more neutral? To answer those questions, we took 4 different mounted specimens: an adult cuckoo, a juvenile one, a hawk as a negative control, and a pigeon as a neutral control. We went to 20 different feeding spots during winter in Helsinki in Finland, and we recorded the behavior of the birds that lived at the spots before, during, and after presenting each mount. We recorded the time they took to come back to the spot after we've disturbed them, the number of times they came to feed, and when the mounts were presented, the number of times they came to actually inspect the mounts, so not to eat. Each feeding spot was presented all kinds of mounts in a random order, separated by enough time so that the birds could relax between each observation. What we found was that when the mount was presented, the birds took the same time, regardless of the kind of mount, to come back to the spots. It took them less than a minute, which means that the protocol was not disturbing them too much. However, they significantly inspected more the juvenile cuckoo mount compared to the others, which means that they were more curious towards this one. After the mount was removed, the birds took a little bit more time to come back if the mount presented was either a hawk or an adult cuckoo. However, it was only a matter of seconds, so even though it is statistically significant, it is not really ecologically relevant. If we focus on the grey tits and blue tits feeding events, because they were the more numerous ones at every spot, we can see that both during and after the mount's presentation, they significantly ate less when the hawk was involved. The adult cuckoo did not show such a difference, so they seem to be more cautious only when the hawk was around. So what can we conclude from these results? Basically, in this situation, it seems that the species used to see common cuckoos do not perceive them as a hawk, since they fed the same as the pigeon after encountering the adult cuckoo. However, when presented a juvenile, they definitely seem more interested, which could lean towards the Kindchenschema hypothesis. We need to further investigate this result, especially during the breeding season and with the actual hosts, to have a better understanding of what's happening here. Thank you for listening to my poster.